Hi friends, this is Jawad Khan here once again, and in this video I'm going to tell you about some alternatives which you could use in place of good in your daily English conversation. But before starting the video, I would like you to know that I want your participation in this video as well. All you have to do is just imitate the sentences which I'll speak one by one so that your pronunciation and your speaking skills would improve at the same time as well. So let's begin our video without wasting much time. The first alternative which you could use in place of good is remarkable. Remarkable. For example, he has made remarkable progress. He has made remarkable progress. So instead of saying that he has made really very good progress, you could use this remarkable. He has made remarkable progress. Okay. Similarly, we have another word which you could use in place of good, and that is magnificent. Magnificent. For example, she looked magnificent in her wedding dress. She looked magnificent in her wedding dress. So instead of saying that she looked really very good in her wedding dress, you could use this magnificent, which sounds absolutely better than using good here. Okay. Similarly, we have another example of magnificent, and that is the magnificent scene of the waterfall is pleasant. The magnificent scene of the waterfall is pleasant. So instead of saying that the good scene of the waterfall is pleasant, you could use this magnificent, which sounds better. Okay, now it's your time to speak out loud the sentences which I have spoken about alternatives of good. Remarkable and magnificent. Okay. Similarly, we have another word which you could use in place of good, and that is phenomenal. Phenomenal. For example, the performance has been absolutely phenomenal. The performance has been absolutely phenomenal. Instead of saying that the performance has been really very good or good, you could use this phenomenal, which sounds absolutely better than using good here. Okay. Similarly, we have another word which you could use in place of good, and that is marvelous. Marvelous. For example, it was a marvelous performance. It was a marvelous performance. So instead of saying that it was a really very good performance or it was a good performance, you could use this marvelous, which sounds better than using good here. Okay, now it's your time to speak out loud the sentences on alternatives of good. The first one is phenomenal. Marvelous. Okay. Similarly, we have another word which you could use in place of good, and that is lovely. Lovely. For example, we had a lovely party last night. We had a lovely party last night. So instead of saying that we had a really very good party last night, we could use this lovely, which sounds better than using good here. Similarly, we have another example of lovely, and that is the countryside around there is lovely. The countryside around there is lovely. So instead of saying that the countryside around there is good or really very good, you could use this lovely, which sounds better than using good here. Okay. Now it's your time to speak out loud the sentences on lovely. So similarly, we have another example which you could use in place of good, and that is incredible. Incredible. For example, the hotel in which we stayed was incredible. The hotel in which we stayed was incredible. So instead of saying that the hotel in which we stayed was good, you could use this incredible, which sounds better than using good here. Okay. Similarly, we have another word which you could use in place of good, and that is unbelievable. Unbelievable. For example, we had an unbelievable time in Paris. We had an unbelievable time in Paris. Okay, so instead of saying that we had a good time in Paris, you could use this unbelievable, which sounds better than using good here. Okay, now it's your time to imitate the sentences on alternatives of good, and that is incredible, similarly, we have another word which you could use in place of good, and that is extraordinary. Extraordinary. Remember, the pronunciation is extraordinary, not extraordinary. Okay, we mix the A and O sound to make that O sound only here. Extraordinary. Okay. So the example sentences are: my parents are extraordinary people. My parents are extraordinary people. So instead of saying that my parents are really very good people, you could use this extraordinary, which sounds better than using good here. Okay, similarly, we have another word which you could use in place of good, and that is spectacular. Spectacular. For example, I just found this spectacular pizza place round the corner. I just found this spectacular pizza place round the corner. Instead of saying that I just found this really very good place round the corner, pizza place round the corner, you could use this spectacular, which sounds better than using good here. Okay, you may also see here, and at the same time you have to speak out loud the sentences. Oh, extraordinary and spectacular. Okay, similarly, we have another word which you could use in place of good, and that is tremendous. Tremendous. For example, he is a writer of tremendous talent. He's a writer of tremendous talent. So instead of saying that he's a writer of very good talent, you could use this tremendous, which sounds better than using good here. He is a writer of tremendous talent. Okay, similarly, we have another word which you could use in place of good, and that is mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. For example, the chocolate cake she made was mind-blowing. The chocolate cake she made was mind-blowing. So instead of saying that the chocolate cake she made was good or really very good, you could replace that really very good or good by mind-blowing, which sounds better than using good here. Now it's your time to speak out loud the sentences on alternatives of good. Tremendous, mind-blowing. Similarly, we have another word which you could use in place of good, and that is breathtaking. Breathtaking. For example, the view from the top of the mountains is breathtaking. The view from the top of the mountains is breathtaking. So instead of using that really very good or good here, we are using breathtaking, which sounds better than using good. Okay, the view from the top of the mountains is breathtaking. Remember the difference. The view from the top of the mountains is really very good. So compare these two and find that the breathtaking is better than using good here. The view from the top of the mountains is breathtaking. Now it's your time to speak out loud the sentence of breathtaking. So that's all about today's video about some alternatives of good which you could use in your daily English conversation. So I hope you liked my video, and if you liked it, please subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you will get all the regular notifications of all the videos which I'll upload on YouTube. So thanks for watching and have a great day.